All right, everybody, welcome into the show. So I received a question from a subscriber. I consider him a pretty good friend, but when you ask questions like this, honestly, you got to be more informed than you are. Because coming on here and asking me this, it not only just makes you really frustrated because it's so obvious that this guy is not just what you portray him to be. This is a misportrayal, obviously. And but I'm gonna educate you. He asked me. He saw the title and watched a little bit. Can you show me those evil quotes and sources? I pray for his wife and children that are now without a husband and father. You know that's the part that gets me. Like that's like virtue signaling shit. Everybody has a family. Everybody has a family. Even Hitler had a family. Should I feel sad for him too? I saw him open to discussion and healthy debate as a religious. Nobody believes this. Is it nobody with a two brain cells rubbed together believes this anymore, big dog? And no offense to you, man. This makes you think less of you. But I'm open to see both sides. Sure you are. Anyways, I got some quotes here to explain that Charlie Kirk was just a conservative Christian man, as people try to make him out to be. According to, and I saw this video. It's not just video transcript. I watched the video. According to published video transcripts and news coverage, I watched it last night. Kirk interrupted a question about a hypothetical rape daughter at age 10, replying that he indeed has a daughter and emphasized his view that the fetus should be delivered regardless of the circumstances. That's crazy. Because, we have laws for that thing. That's called rape. Because a 10-year-old can't consent. Do you understand, Charlie? Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? Oh, wait. Anyways, so for the people that are listening, to educate you if you don't know this. And if you don't know this, you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't have children. You shouldn't be doing much. But a 10-year-old cannot consent to having sex. That is a child. And if someone rapes them, which is what that is, here's what I would do. I wouldn't say you're having the baby. I would go to the police department and fuck it, because it wouldn't be that hard to find the person's DNA. It would be in your daughter. And we'd find out who did it, and we'd deal with it legally. And if the legal outlets wouldn't allow me to deal with it, I'd deal with it myself. But the last thing she'd be doing is having the baby, because a 10-year-old should be going to school and learning, not having fucking children, you retard. I'm like, people actually look up to this guy like he was smart. Like, this guy's an idiot. Low IQ. All right, here's another quote for you. Conservative pundit Charlie Kirk has made several public statements claiming that women would be happier if they embraced traditional roles of marriage and motherhood. Maybe you believe in that thinking outside the box instead of focusing on Christian. I don't. His comments have generated significant backlash and debate. In April 2024, Kirk was quoted saying, women will be happy by rejecting the siren song of modernity. Yeah, reject modernity. Live in the past like him and be miserable and dumbed down and stupid. And focusing on marriage and children. He claimed women have become miserable because they have been shuffling them into a corporate wasteland but it's all right for men to fuck around the corporate wasteland. Where many don't find a lot of passion or fulfillment. What do you mean many? How do you know this? I'd love to see some data. Did Charlie put empirical evidence to show any of this was true? A lot of women do want to be a part of the corporate workforce. A lot of them want to be in the military. A lot of them want to be in leadership in the military. But you got guys like Pete Hedges that don't like that. That believe in what Charlie believed in. That removed them from their leadership roles, like the woman at the Navy. Other statements reported that in 2024 and 2025 repeat similar themes. The happiest women in America are married with children. The unhappiest are unmarried without children. Yeah, getting married and have babies. Yeah, once again, no evidence to show any of this. During a speech, he reportedly stated that a woman's career and financial independence are only a distraction and that relying on men is a path to happiness. Relying on men? That's crazy, bro. You're just giving the game away. That means you just want a woman to control. You don't even want a wife or a girlfriend. You just want a sex slave. Why can't these men just say that? We're not stupid. He's not a father. Yeah, that man's a monster. Just like Donald Trump's dad. Not every man's a father. Donald Trump was raised by a monster, not a man. Remember that. Here's Charlie Kirk's quote on empathy. There is a what? Well, promoting empathy, but rather, quote, criticizing. What? This isn't what I was looking for. Yeah, why would you bring up Martin Luther King? This is a problem with AI. But I'm just writing the exact same thing. Okay, this is what I was wanting. Why would you bring up Martin Luther King? In 2022, Kirk said, I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. His rejection of empathy is rooted in political views and distrust of those he sees as left-wing. That's great, man. He considers empathy a political tool used to gain a moral advantage. Right wingers aren't trying to gain a moral advantage. See, that's why I mean the hypocrisy kills me, man. Like, you're doing what we're doing. We're just on different sides of the aisle. We're just understand why you hate us and see us as some kind of enemy in a war, but we can do that too. All I ever wanted to see you as was an adversary and beat you in the marketplace of ideas, but you want to see us like you think we're in some kind of war, a hot war. That's great. That's great to me too. You see, to me, politics wasn't supposed to be about war, but now you want it to be? Great. He sees it as a form of weakness and prefers the term sympathy, which he views as feeling sorry for someone rather than what? So feeling sorry for them is okay, but not sharing their emotions? That's a weird thing to say. That means you just want to look down on people for their moral failings and not see them as an equal. That's what that means. Like, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. You hate a nigga that's smart. I just look and analyze that whole thing, right? That's what that is. Because empathy is about seeing someone as yourself. Sympathy is about looking down on them and feeling sorry for them. That's the Christian mindset. And finally, we'll wrap up with these quotes about George Floyd. Following George Floyd's murder in 2020, Charlie Kirk made several inflammatory and false statements about him, calling him a scumbag and criminal, basically claiming that his death was caused by a drug overdose. During a 2021 event in Mankato, Minnesota, Kirk referred to George Floyd as a scumbag. He used Floyd's criminal history to undermine the racial justice movement that followed his death. He insinuated that the murder was not a racially motivated event and suggested that the public's reaction was an overreaction pushed by the most corrupt and disingenuous voices, like Black Lives Matter. So we're black, we gotta be corrupt, right? We gotta be evil and corrupt, when that was you all along. Baseless drug overdose claim. Kirk repeatedly spread misinformation about George Floyd's death was being caused by a drug overdose, not by the actions of Officer Derek Chauvin, who knelt on Floyd's neck. See, like, even when I fuck up reading, I'll just change the fucking words around to make the grammar make sense. Shit. He cited the false claim while criticizing pastors who were upset about Floyd's death, implying they should have been more concerned about the murder of a white woman by a repeat offender. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You don't see me as an equal, which I don't respect these guys. These right-wing white guys. You see me as some kind of enemy. And those are my best friends growing up, these white guys. But now you see me as some kind of enemy. And hey, I'm willing to do that too. You're not going to kill me, baby. Dismissal of systemic racism. Like, I would never make friends with fascists. That's how you get killed. Kirk used Floyd's death to frame the critical race theory debate, arguing that the push for racial justice was a misinterpretation of the events surrounding Floyd's death. He contrasted Floyd's murder with other crimes to dismiss the systemic racism highlighted by the Black Lives Matter movement, claiming that the reaction was politically motivated. So there you go. There you go, working outside the box. You say he's just a healthy debater, right? Just a religious conservative man. No, he was fucking evil and a rape apologist, a racism apologist, and a fucking just hate apologist in general. And this is only part one. Remember that it's just part one, baby. I'll be back with more. Show you how horrible this guy was. Don't ever come on my channel and ask me an ignorant question like that again. Unsubscribe.